Fear, that voice inside our head, the lizard brain, as Seth Godin calls it, that's always reminding us what it is we can't do instead of allowing us to focus on what it is we want to do. And every single day, I hate mine just a little bit because by listening to it, I gave in to my fear. What was my fear? Writing. So many of you know that I am currently a student in the University of Southern California's Global Executive EdD program. But what many of you don't know is that it took me 5 years before I actually decided to apply. And what was I waiting for? I was scared that I wouldn't get in because I wasn't good enough at writing. Now, what many of you may also not know is I actually worked at USC about 5 years ago, and I was there for about 3 years where we did some amazing work with amazing people, and it's there during that time that I actually learned about the program. And every single day I would think, oh, should I apply? Should I not? And what many of you may also not know is that when you are employed at USC, they actually cover 50% of the cost. So if I had not given in to my fear and I had applied while I was at USC, I would have saved $70,000. That's right. That is how much being and listening and giving into our fear can cost us. Sometimes from a monetary perspective, and sometimes just by missing out on the opportunities that we're excited to pursue. So up until now, I've actually scored really well, almost just about full points on all of my writing assignments, but there's one particular assignment that really inspired the idea for this video, and that is the draft of Chapter 1. So we're in our dissertation writing process right now, and we just wrapped up Chapter 1 and we're into Chapter 2. And when I got my grade back on Chapter 1, you cannot even imagine my surprise when I saw this. That's right, a 19.5 out of 20. And it was just one of those moments where I was like, wow, I cannot believe that for 5 years I thought I could not write, and it really, really, really held me back. When I tell people this story, the thing I hear over and over and over again is, wow, we never could have imagined that you would have had a fear of something like that. You're so good at this and you're so good at that and you're such a great writer. And I think it's really important for us to be able to go to other people and be able to hear, hey, what it is do you think that I'm good at? Because oftentimes we don't always recognize those qualities within ourselves. So by sharing this story, I'm really hoping that this inspires you to overcome whatever fear it is that you might have, to go and pursue whatever it is that's sitting in the back of your head that you're thinking about doing, but you're thinking and listening to that lizard brain that's telling you all the reasons why you might not be successful, because you absolutely can be if you just take that step one. For me, that step one is applying, and I'm so excited to be here now, and I'm really hoping that this story inspires you. So we hear these stories all the time of how people went from point A to point B. I had a fear, I overcame it, and now I'm here. But what's often lacking in many of those stories is the actual tangible strategies that they put into place that allowed them to move from point A to point B. So here's what I did. One day I was sitting with one of my mentors, a former professor, Bruce Barron, who many of you may know because I talk about him all the time because he's amazing. And I was sharing how I really want to apply to this program, but I don't really think that I can. And he said, let me help navigate you through the process. And we did, and we sat and we did rough drafts, and he helped me kind of refine what I was thinking. And before you knew it, I had a ready to go essay to submit so that I could apply. And here I am in the program. And it's one of the things that I talk about often, that people are the difference that make a difference. There's so many quotes on that, but really if you are somebody who is struggling or somebody who has an idea or is thinking about doing something, audit the people who are around you. Find those people who will motivate you, find those people who will remind you of your strengths, and be that mentor or that support that you need to get from point A to point B. Good luck, everyone. Go out, create something amazing that will inspire somebody else.